The REACH program is really built on an apprenticeship model where we want students to engage not just with their advisors, but with others who can help them during their academic experiences. The program was particularly focused to individuals who maybe didn't have an awareness of what advanced study in engineering looked like, or maybe they didn't have the confidence to pursue that study. The greatest successes, I think, of the REACH program are our students. We have students who came into the program who blossomed and who ended up having confidence to do things we maybe didn't even see or they didn't see at the beginning of the program.
I have an electrical engineering degree from Purdue University, and immediately after obtaining my undergraduate degree, I joined the PhD program in engineering education, also at Purdue University.
My name is James Holley Jr. I'm originally from Detroit, Michigan. I studied my bachelor's at Tuskegee University and my master's at Michigan State University, both in mechanical engineering, and I'm currently studying for a doctorate degree at Purdue University in engineering education.
I'm a full-time design engineer at GE. I work on gas turbine controls, which controls gas turbines, which are in power plants that actually give power to the majority of the world.
I hold a liberal arts degree in biology from Anderson University, and I worked for 8 or 9 years in watershed management and water quality protection with different not-for-profits and environmental agencies. And I came back to Purdue University for my master's in agricultural and biological engineering. And then I pursued my PhD following that immediately in the Department of Agronomy through the Ecological Sciences and Engineering Interdisciplinary Graduate Program.
One of the big challenges that I faced transitioning from undergraduate to graduate school was really trying to navigate time management and understanding different professional relationships.
Just not knowing what to expect, coming from Chicago, coming from a high school where we didn't take courses, we didn't have the courses that really would prepare you for a career in engineering, as far as even some of the simple classes such as physics and calculus. The challenging part was probably just coming in and learning the ropes of what it means to be an engineer.
Coming back to school was a really big deal for me. I had recognized that I didn't have the knowledge that I needed to have, and I recognized that I would often be in spaces where there wasn't a level of analysis that I really thought there should have been. So here I come back to this process, and I'm being expected to evaluate and understand what I'm doing next, even though this was a big step for me.
A big part of the challenges for young people when they're considering their career is that they see academics as really perhaps beyond them, being the one who's the true expert, not just a person who can perform in a discipline, but a person who can actually advance knowledge. That's something big. And I think some people shy away from that, and that they're not given or helped to embrace the notion that, yeah, that can be you.
We created a unique partnership at a high level so that students could engage with people in ways that they probably wouldn't have the confidence to engage if they just came into a program.
REACH has been actually a very big part of one of the reasons I think I'm successful as a graduate student. It was really important for me to be able to see mentors who are successful, and having that opportunity to have face-to-face time where we could be real about struggles that we faced, whether it's self-confidence issues or not being sure of different research topics, wondering how do you make connections and networks in order to get help when you need it. Those were all pretty big in helping me figure out my own route in grad school.
Being involved in the REACH program mostly helped me because of its financial benefits. That was huge. Just being able to, one, register for classes semester to semester, even though The engineering disciplines usually get higher stipends than other departments. For me personally, it was still a struggle. Even so, this last semester I recently got married, and so my wife is not working, and that was a bigger benefit to us. But also, it directly connects us with who I would consider cultural and academic advocates. You have people you can directly go to who are aware of your situation as a minority in a predominantly white institution, but as well as financially, or and so you can come with them academic issues or professional things that you want to know about.
I think one of the things we've been able to do is be intimate with the students and have them open up to find out. There's a lot of things that we could do, that we could hardwire into our programs that actually foster their professional development and just their perspective.
Being a part of that program just allowed me to meet other minority graduate students here that were pursuing higher education, getting to know them, developing friendships, developing also professional habits as well. We've had professional seminars and what does it mean to be an academic. So, going into academia, you may not have a clear understanding of what to expect, and I got that information while in the REACH program.
Some of the fact that I was in an engineering education space because of REACH scholarship introduced me to different ideas of mentorship I hadn't really considered. I actually sat down for a couple of interviews for one of their graduate students' research projects, and it made me start to think about whether or not I would enjoy participating in the academic environment. So I had come originally thinking, I'm going to get a degree and then I'm going to go back into the working world with this degree. But I realized with the end of my master's, I didn't have the tools that I thought that I was going to have. And so I continued on my PhD, and the longer that I've been involved in the academic process, the more I've discovered how empowering the access to resources and the access to fresh and interesting ideas and the access to a space where you can critically analyze information and evaluate trade-offs. So that's what I do now. I simulate crop growth scenarios to evaluate trade-offs for agricultural outcomes. That being said, I think that I can do that in the academic institution as a faculty member, and that's something that I hadn't really anticipated when I was coming back in, but I think the REACH program allowed me to really explore, well, to move forward as faculty allows me not only to empower myself and potentially policymakers that I can provide information and analysis for, which hits my original goal, but now I also have this mentoring and development and empowerment position as a member of faculty, so that's my future career goal. And I really think that REACH was the first place where it really became a space where I considered that a possibility.
Well, I come from a Hispanic family. My mother and grandma are from Ecuador, originally from Spain, so I may not look Hispanic. That culture has been a huge part of me growing up. And you see somebody and you hug them and you kiss them, you say hi, you cook food for each other, it's just part of it. Going to Purdue, I was really missing it. I really struggled to find it. And I actually had one other friend at Purdue that was Hispanic that introduced me to REACH and to Dr. Monica Cox. Honestly, I went there and it was like a huge relief, a weight off my shoulders of just seeing everybody else there was in a similar situation to me. They, were trying to find that culture again, or just the friendship and the camaraderie of people who are in similar struggles.
Well, I would like to think that I still be here, that I would still register for classes and if I have found a way to do that. But I know that's one immediate problem that I would have run into. I wouldn't have the understanding of Dr. Dunstan, Dr. Cox, and Dr. Lynch. Dr. Cox, she's a professor in my department, but I don't necessarily work with her directly, and so she would just be another professor in my department that I see. And that looks like me. And so Dr. Dunstan, he's in a completely different department, so I would never have that interaction with him if not for this program. And even to see, his concern and care for students like myself and students in general. And also Dr. Lynch, right? It's kind of a one-dimensional relationship I will have with her through the Black Graduate Student Association. So it provides a greater dynamic of the type of relationships and awareness I have with these people.
It's revealed to me in greater color, if you will, the fact that we've got so much untapped potential in especially younger people who are still looking for what their career path is going to be, and that they come from all backgrounds. And we've had multi-ethnicity, of course, and also gender as well. And it's just been a delight to meet them and to hear their stories about their ambitions and anything that we can do to facilitate that, to foster that, to encourage that. I think that's where we want to be.
For the REACH program professional development series, sometimes we would talk about, ideas of how to get through a tough time in a group project, or how to deal with a PhD advisor, which is the same as a boss at work. So that sort of thing really helped me to transition into a job from my master's and research work at Purdue in the REACH program.
I think some of the benefits of the REACH program, bringing in some of those tools from other spaces in terms of strategic management, goal planning, objectives development for the student, is something I could see enhancing graduate school for students who are looking either to move from a master's into a workplace, or students who are looking to pursue a PhD, in not only an effective but timely manner, so that the science and the engineering are being distilled not only for that student but for their immediate and then further surroundings.
The challenge always comes back with the sustainability of a program like this, because it is need-based, and we offer scholarships to students. And as much as we think that students do have potential, without funding to support these students, it's really difficult to continue such a program. I think that the REACH program is still relevant because we still have low numbers of U.S. students who are pursuing degrees in engineering. We also have areas such as defense, where students who are U.S. born need to obtain positions. And I think that this aligns a lot with national policies, a lot of initiatives where we always need people who have expertise in STEM, which is science, technology, engineering, or math. I think that having this type of support and just being very innovative in how we engage students is very important.